My name is John Teeter, and this is my analysis of the clip from The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. The central meaning that I've attached to this clip is that it shows the ways in which Jean-Dominique Bauby, or Jean Doe, attains his freedom while having locked-in syndrome. Jean Doe is able to do so by escaping into his memory and his imagination, as shown in the clip. I'm going to identify 3 formal elements that allow the audience to understand what Jean Doe goes through in this process. The first formal element that I'll examine is sound. Sound shows how Jean Doe escapes into his freedom, first by playing church bells at the phrase, "I've decided to stop pitying myself." After that, at the sight of the motif of his imaginary butterfly breaking free, a tune of wondrous excitement begins to play. The tune evolves as flutes join in with the nervous violins and the curious horn sounds once flowers are shown on the screen. Then the music takes on an elegant, emotional undertone when shots of beaches, mountains, pyramids, and skiers are shown. The music becomes most intense when Jean Doe utters the line, "That's me," as Jean Doe recalls his former image. The intensity and optimistic tone of the music fades when Jean Doe's picture is match-cut with his current appearance of paralysis. The second formal element that I'll analyze is mise-en-scène. As previously mentioned, showing a butterfly at the beginning of the sequence, showing it escaping its cocoon, is a direct reference to the motif of Jean Doe's physical prison but mental freedom. Also, many of the landscape shots that are shown while Jean Doe describes his taste of freedom are colorful and grand in scope, but often they're shown with a low-quality, grainy-looking film. This depiction shows that to Jean Doe, these sensations are real, but that they are still removed from actual reality by the quality of the film. The third and final formal element that I'll analyze is cinematography. Cinematography shows Jean Doe's form of freedom, primarily in the opening 2 shots of Jean Doe and Henriette sitting outside. They are shown by an extreme long shot. This shot is even larger on the second of the 2, which shows that Jean Doe's brand of freedom is not tethered to his physical body. Also, the only close-ups in this sequence are of the butterfly as it escapes from its cocoon, and of Jean Doe's pictures from his past, and the brief clip of Jean Doe in his present state. These close-ups identify the link between a newborn butterfly and Jean Doe's inner perception of himself. In addition, the final shot of the sequence shows Jean Doe from an upside-down reflection perspective. This suggests that Jean Doe, in his present physical form, is disconnected from the true reality that surrounds him. In conclusion, the underlying meaning of this sequence is that Jean Doe has found a way to release himself from his physical prison by escaping into his mind. The audience understands his emotions that accompany this transcendence through a beautiful employment of sound, mise-en-scène, and cinematography.